Hi, everybody. Welcome to Money Monday. Those who know that I like to sneak on Mondays at noon and talk all things finances, all things estate plan. So, welcome to Money Monday. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I've been working on my hair like literally 5 seconds ago. This was a huge braid, so pray for me, y'all. I'm trying to get this done in between meetings so that I can box later. All right, let's get started. So I think we're gonna take the rest of the year and start talking about estate planning, and we're gonna take it piece by piece. So this is part 1. Welcome to Money Monday. Today is Grey's Anatomy. And I know you're wondering, like, Jayla, where does Grey's Anatomy come from pertaining to estate plans? 1, it's my favorite show. 2, I was watching yesterday and they were talking about power of attorney, like advanced directives, healthcare proxies, the whole episode. Now, I'm going to try and do this without spoilers because it's the most recent episode 3 of this season. But essentially, when it comes down to your estate plan, there's a lot of things that you need to be planning for now. It's imperative because there are documents that only work while you're alive. And this is what the episode was trying to get at. Someone was in the hospital. They didn't know what was going on, and they were trying to get clarity on the person in charge to make decisions. So when it comes to your estate plan, you have 4 documents that you probably need depending on your situation. Those are advanced directives, financial power of attorney, wills, and potentially a trust. So in this situation, we're just going to talk about the advanced healthcare directive or the power of attorney because they kind of come in to play when we're dealing with someone who's alive and potentially may not be able to make their own decisions. So in this case, the person that she had appointed, because she had a plan, was out of the state. And when you need somebody to make decisions quick, fast, in a hurry, they need to be, potentially within distance to have the conversations with doctors, with financial professionals. Like, they need to be able to be near you. And so one of the doctors tried to make sure that that she was okay, and that the person who had appointed her advanced care directive holder, like, she understood that it's not the best if they're not in the state, and to start thinking about other people that she could appoint that would be around. And that became an even more complex discussion because you don't just appoint the people who are around just because they're there. She actually had to think of, would this person be capable of making the decisions that I want made, or will they get tied up in their emotions? Hi, welcome to Money Mondays. We're talking about Grey's Anatomy and your estate plan, if you're just joining. But when it comes to deciding who's in charge, please just don't go for a living body. Go for somebody who's actually going to listen to you, who's going to follow your instructions, and who isn't going to get trapped in their own emotions and forget about what you wanted done and forget about what was important to you. Because that does happen. It's hard. Like, I know if I were to leave my mom in charge of making decisions about pulling the plug or whether I should be on life support, she's not going to be capable of that. Now, there are others in my life who may not be family, but are my best friends. They're capable. They're like, you know what? Jayla told me that this is what she wanted and this is what we're going to do. So those are the people that you should appoint to be your power of attorney, especially when it comes to healthcare, because it's hard. It's hard to just be in that situation, kind of be emotional, not in your head. But if you give people an outline of everything that you want in your documents, in your estate plan, it makes it much easier for them to follow. It's reading a document. Okay, this is what Jayla wanted. This is what we're doing. It's that easy. And in the Grey's Anatomy episode, she had to go and think of all the people around her. Is it my sister that I should appoint? No. Is it the other person? No. And she finally came around to somebody who was very important in her life, but somebody she knew she could trust. Somebody she knew was strong enough to deal with that situation. And I was just really proud of Grey's Anatomy for talking about estate planning in their episodes, for dealing with something that is hard for a lot of people to talk about, but is necessary. Because when you have kids, when you have family, you don't want to leave them without a plan. They need to know, this is what we're doing. This is what I want. And it's just so much pressure off of them. They get to focus on enjoying their time with you. So welcome everybody. If you're just joining, we're talking about Grey's Anatomy, the most recent episode where they discuss advanced care directives and how important they are. So if you haven't seen the episode, I'm trying not to do any spoilers, but it's a really good episode about really thinking through who you're leaving in charge and not just picking somebody because they're family or because they're close. Also making sure that the person that you leave in charge is in your state at that time. Advanced directives are something that you can appoint a backup, a successor. So maybe if you can update your documents is what I'm trying to say. It's not set in stone and this is what it is forever. It's ever changing. So make sure that, you're leaving people in charge that are going to follow your wishes. Estate planning is something that you do to protect yourself while you're alive. And that's one of the things I definitely want for you guys to know. It's not just about when you're gone and you're no longer on this earth. Estate planning can happen, and there's a need for it when you're out of the country, when you maybe have an accident and you end up being intubated or in a coma. Somebody in my family right now is in that situation where the family now has to make decisions, or the person that they appointed is going to make decisions. And I'm just advocating that it's easier if you put somebody in place who knows your plan, who knows what you want, and they can take their emotions out of it and get everything done that you would have wanted done. So if you have questions about estate planning, like I said at the beginning, we are going to be talking about estate planning for the rest of the year. We're going to finish out this topic and we're going to take each document one by one. So every Monday from here on out, we will have a different topic. You actually have homework this week, because I want to talk about financial power of attorneys a lot and go in depth next week. And I think it would be great, and I would love to get your perspective, if you watch Dirty Money on Netflix, the one about conservators. So if you don't already know, conservatorship is what happens if you don't have a power of attorney. And it also can be something that happens if you do, and your power of attorney just ends up a little shady. So Watch Dirty Money on Netflix, the conservatorship episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts next week, as that's what we'll be talking about. That and Britney Spears and her conservatorship, and whether we think she'll ever get out from under her conservator, all of the things. So I'm looking forward to that conversation and hope you have a wonderful Money Monday. As always, if you have any questions, I'm here around the internet, answering questions and just trying to be a resource. If you need to get in contact with me, you can do so in the link in my bio, or if you need estate planning, you can go to jeatonlawoffice.com. If you want financial stuff, you can always check out On My Own Financial, the Instagram, onmyownfinancial.com, the blogs, Business Insider, Capway Bank. I'm writing for everyone. So the more information that you guys ask me about, more content we'll have. So feel free. You can always DM me. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to learn more about estate planning, check out the Food Heaven podcast. There's 2 episodes about generational wealth and how to create it, featuring, me. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience and episode. And I think you guys would love it and learn a lot. So check those out. If no other questions, I will see y'all next Monday for Money Monday at 12. And remember, do your homework, watch Netflix, Dirty Money, the episode about conservatorships. See y'all later. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.